Good morning, students. Welcome back to Ramanuja Vidya Mandir online classes. I feel very sorry to start the class late today by 10 minutes. It is because of some technical reasons. But anyhow, first I want to see how many students are present and how many are absent. Who are the present students? Classroom 22 students it is showing. Ritu Sujana, Rama Sailaja, Narisetti Manjunath, Gaurinath, Chinmayi, Dandu Pranita, Samyasri Tripathi, Sushant Pentakota, Venkata Nagasai, Rasagna Gudipudi, Dikshita Ratnam, Sai Ganesh, Aditya Varma, Abhijita, Asini, Srividya. Srividya, how are you? Please lift your hand. Srividya, please lift your hand. How are you, Srividya? Very fine. Okay, very good. Mahapragya, Kishore, Leela Vasudev, Pushyamitra, Alapu, Snehita, Suprita. So these are the students. So I just want to start the class because already it is delayed. So I'll start the class. So in yesterday's class, we were discussing about notation. Notation means symbols. Some symbols followed in this lesson circles. Throughout this lesson circles, we follow the following notation that I have explained in the last class. So in this lesson, in this chapter circles, S means x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c. So S is equal to 0 if I say, then I mean this circle only. Similarly, S can be written as xx plus yy plus g into x plus x plus f into y plus y plus c. Next, S1 is substituting the point x1, y1 partially in S. That is xx1 plus yy1 etc. Similarly, S2, S11 is completely substituting the point, S22 is completely substituting the point x2, y2, S12 substituting both the points x1, y1 and x2, y2, 50% this point, 50% that point. Similarly, S21, and we could see that S12 and S21 are equal. And the first two expressions are second degree expressions, that is quadratic expressions, whereas S1 and S2, third and fourth expressions are linear expressions. Last four expressions are constants. So this is the notation we are going to follow throughout this chapter. Similarly, for parabola, there will be a separate notation. When we deal with the topic ellipse, we will follow separate notation. Similarly, for hyperbola, another notation. Each chapter will have a separate notation. Okay, let us see next one. So here we are going to define a term called power of a point. Power of a point with respect to a circle. With respect to a circle. This is a definition. This is a definition only. What is meant by power of a point with respect to a circle? Okay, so this is the definition. Suppose this is a circle. Suppose its center is C and radius is equal to R. C is the center and R is the radius of a given circle. And a point P. See, I'll write capital letter. It is looking like a small letter, so I'll write capital letter. Okay. Now P is a point. P is any point in the plane. Any point means it can be inside the circle, it can be on the circle, it can be outside the circle, anywhere. Say P is here. For example, outside. It can be inside also, it can be on the circle also. Now, this point will have what is called power with respect to this circle. What is the power of the point P with respect to the circle? The definition is power of P with respect to the circle. The circle whose center is C and radius is R is defined as Cp square minus R square. That is the definition. Cp square, distance from the point P from the center of the circle, whole square, minus radius of the circle. Radius of the circle, whole square. So this quantity, this number is called the power of the point P with respect to the circle. So that is the definition. Now suppose the equation of the circle is S is equal to 0. What is meant by S equal to 0? I need not tell you every time. S is equal to 0 means x, according to our notation, it is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So simply we call it S equal to 0. Suppose the equation of the circle is S equal to 0. Then what is the center of that circle? Minus g minus f. Center is minus g minus f. What is the radius of the circle? Root of g square plus f square minus c. Okay. Suppose S equal to 0 is the circle and P, the point P, suppose its coordinates are x1, y1. Now let us calculate Cp square minus r square. What is Cp square minus r square? Let us calculate. Cp square is distance from the point x1, y1 to the point minus g minus f whole square. That means x1 plus g whole square plus y1 plus f whole square. Okay. That is Cp square minus what is r square? R is root of g square plus f square minus c. So r square is g square plus f square minus c. Now expand this. X1 square here y1 square, and in the first term here you will get 2gx1. In the second term here you will get 2f(y1). First term you get g square. Second term you get f square. Next, if you expand this minus sign after, then you will get minus g square minus f square plus c. So g square is gone, f square is gone. So what are you having now? X1 square plus y1 square plus 2gx1 plus 2f(y1) plus c. And according to our notation, it is simply S11. Is it not? See the earlier notation? Go to the back page. S, here, S11. X1 square plus y1 square plus 2gx1 plus 2f(y1) plus c is denoted by the symbol S11. Go forward. So S11. So whenever, if anybody asks the definition of power of a point, so tomorrow in the next tomorrow in the class, in the beginning, I'll ask you somebody some question. The question is, what is the definition of the power of a point? You have to tell Cp square minus R square. I'll ask what is C, what is P, and what is R. C is the center of the circle, R is the radius of the circle, P is the given point. You have to tell. So that is the definition. Whenever I ask the definition of the power of a point, you have to tell Cp square minus R square. Then my next question will be, what is the formula for the power of the point? If the circle is S is equal to 0 and the point P is x1, y1, then what is the formula for the power of the point? That is my next question. Your answer should be simply S11. S11 is the formula for the power of the point. That means the point you have to substitute completely in the equation of the circle. You will get some number. You may get a positive number or a negative number or 0, whatever it is. That number is called the power of the point P with respect to the circle. Okay, understood. So, definition is Cp square minus R square, formula is S11 for the power of the point. Now, three cases will arise. Okay, the point may be outside the circle, or point may be on the circle, or point may be inside the circle. So here Cp is this length, whereas R is up to here only. Suppose this point is A on the circle, R is only Ca, Cp. So what is Cp square minus R square? Is it positive or negative? Cp is more, R is, that is Ca is less here. Is it not? Cp is more than R. Clearly, R is up to here only, whereas Cp is more. Cp square minus R square is greater than 0. So that means S11 is greater than 0. So if a point is outside the circle, then its power with respect to the circle will be positive, because Cp is more and R is less. So power of the point, the formula is S11. So S11 will be greater than 0. The second case, here when the point P is on the circle, Cp and R both are same. Because point P is on the circle, Cp is just equal to R. Then what is Cp square minus R square? Cp and R are equal, you will get 0. But Cp square minus R square, power of the point, is also equal to S11. So S11 is equal to 0. So that is very clear, because the point P is x1, y1, the circle is S equal to 0. If the point P is on the circle, then it will satisfy the equation of the circle, is it not? That means if you completely substitute the point x1, y1 in the equation of the circle, it will satisfy the equation. That means S11 will be 0. So for any point on the circle, its power with respect to the circle is 0. For a point outside the circle, power is positive. For a point on the circle, power is 0. And if the point P is inside the circle, what happens? Cp is this one only, whereas the radius is up to here. Ca is radius, is it not? Up to here it is radius, Cp is less. So what happens for Cp square minus R square? Cp is up to here only, less, and R is more. Cp is less and R is more, Cp square minus R square is negative. But that is the definition of power of a point. Power of a point formula is S11. Cp square minus R square is just equal to S11 only. We have seen it. So S11 is negative. So for a point inside the circle, power is negative. For a point outside the circle, S11 is greater than 0. That means power is positive. If the point P is on the circle, then its power with respect to the circle is 0. S11 is 0. If a point P is inside the circle, then its power with respect to the circle is negative. Therefore, S11 is negative. Okay. Now, next question is, let us go to the next page. Next question is, suppose there is a circle here with a center C and radius R. Now, in the plane of the circle, there are infinite number of points. So, which is the point having least power with respect to the circle? And what is its power? What is the least power? Which is the point having the least power with respect to this circle? And what is that least power? What is the definition of power of a point? Cp square minus r square. See, C is fixed because it is center of circle. P you can vary. P you can take outside the circle here, or you can come nearer, you can go inside, you can go far away from the circle. So P can change. C is fixed, P can move. And R square is fixed, radius is fixed. So this is fixed. C is fixed. So what is variable here? Only P. So I want to find the point whose power is minimum. So here, because R square is fixed, to get the minimum value for the power, I have to minimize Cp, is it not? Cp I have to minimize. So P is here, Cp is so much. I want to minimize means I have to go nearer to the center C. So move like this. P is moving like this, nearer and nearer to the center. So power will be reducing slowly. And when P coincides with C, that means if you take the point P at the center of the circle itself, then what is Cp? Cp is 0. Because Cp is 0, the power will be minus r square. Therefore, the center of the circle has the minimum power with respect to the circle, and the minimum power is minus r square. Minus r square is the least power of any point with respect to the circle. And that point is nothing but the center itself. The center will have the minimum power minus r square with respect to the circle. With respect to a circle. Then, what is the maximum power with respect to a circle? There is no maximum limit, because P can be taken like this, farther and farther away from the circle. Is it not? So that Cp will be increasing up to infinity. Cp's value you can take up to infinity. So there is no maximum power for a point with respect to circle. It can go up to infinity by taking the point P farther and farther away from the circle. So, okay, right. Let us see the next page. Position of a point with respect to a circle. Just now we have seen it already. Position of a point with respect to a circle means a circle's equation is given. Suppose standard equation x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So in numerical it is given x square plus y square minus 11x plus 7y minus 3 is equal to 0. And a point is also given x1 y1. Say 2 comma minus 3, some point is given. Now the question is, what is the relative position of the point and the circle? That means I want to find out whether the point P is inside the circle, or point P is on the circle, or point P is outside the circle. So to find this, whether the point is inside or on or outside the circle, simply I have to calculate what? S11, as we have seen earlier. S11 is easy to calculate, just to substitute the point x1, y1 in the equation of the circle. But one caution is to calculate correct S11, first we have to make the coefficients of x square and y square 1. Suppose a circle is given 2x square plus 2y square plus 3x minus 5y minus 1 equal to 0, and the point is suppose 1 comma 5 is given. So to calculate S11, You should not substitute 1 comma 5 directly. First you have to make the equation of the circle standard form, that is divide by 2. So first divide by 2. So x square plus y square plus 3 by 2 into x minus 5 by 2 into y minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0. So in this you substitute 1 comma 5. So 1 square plus 5 square plus 3 by 2 into 1 minus 5 by 2 into 5 minus 1 by 2. Whatever you calculate, that is called S11. So first we have to divide by 2 and then substitute. If the coefficient of x square and y square are 3 and 3, then you divide by 3 and substitute. That is the correct S11. Okay. So calculate S11. So S11, its value may be greater than 0, it may be equal to 0, it may be less than 0. Three possibilities are there. Greater than 0 implies what? The point is outside the circle like this. Just now we have seen, for outside points, power is positive, power is nothing but S11. Okay. If S11 is greater than 0, then point P is outside the circle. S11 is equal to 0, the point is on the circle. S11 is less than 0, then the point is inside the circle. So just to substitute the point inside in the equation of the circle, find the value of S11. If it is positive, it is outside. If it is 0, it is on the circle. If it is negative, it is inside the circle. Okay, let us go forward. Here, two formulae. Chord joining the points. Chord joining the points x1 y1 and x2 y2 on the circle S is equal to 0. On the circle S is equal to 0. Chord joining the points x1 y1 and x2 y2 on the circle S is equal to 0. Suppose S is equal to 0 is a circle, our standard circle, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Therefore, suppose on the circle there are 2 points, A x1 y1 and B x2 y2. Now, you join the 2 points and extend, so you will get a straight line. It is the chord joining the points x1 and y1 and x2 y2 on the circle S equal to 0. It is also called a secant line of the circle, joining the points x1 y1 and x2 y2 on the circle. So I want to find the equation of the circle. The equation of the circle, the equation of this chord is, formula is S1 plus S2 is equal to S12. See, here I want to tell you one point. Equation of the chord joining the points x1, y1 and x2, y2 on the circle S equal to 0 is S1 plus S2 is equal to S12. Same formula holds good for ellipse also. It holds good for parabola. It holds good for hyperbola also. But only thing is notation will be different. Here in circles S1, S2 we have seen. Similarly for for parabola there will be a separate notation. S means y square minus 4ax. S1 means y1 minus 2a into x plus x1. Like that, parabola will have a separate notation, ellipse will have a separate notation, hyperbola will have a separate notation. But always in all the chapters, chord joining the points x1, y1 and x2, y2 on the curve S is equal to 0 is always S1 plus S2 is equal to S12. Only thing, the meaning will change. S1, S2, S12. What is meant by S1, what is meant by S2, what is meant by S12 will change from chapter to chapter, that's all. But formula remains same. Let me prove this. How it is the equation of the chord joining the 2 points. First I show that S1 plus S2 plus is equal to S12 is a linear equation in x and y. So hence it must represent a straight line. Is it not? Every linear equation in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 represents a straight line. We know that. So first I show that it is just a linear equation only. So hence it must represent a straight line. Then I will show that x1, y1 satisfies this equation. And then I will prove that x2, y2 satisfies this equation. So it is a line and it is satisfying both the points means it must be the line joining the points. So that is what I am going to do. So first, what is S1? Is it a quadratic expression or it a linear expression? It is a linear expression. S2, it is a linear expression. Linear. This is linear. S2 is linear. What is S12? A constant. If you have any doubt, let us go to the first page and see. I am going to the first page now. This is the first page. What is S1? I remove this. Okay. What is S1? Tell me. So here I have written linear. S1 and S2 are linear. So what is our equation? S1 plus S2 is equal to S12. S1 and S2 are linear. S12, what is it? It is a constant. So linear plus linear is equal to constant. Linear expression in x and y plus another linear expression in x and y is equal to constant. Is it not a linear equation? So it is a linear equation. Okay. So you agree that it is a linear equation. Now I will show, go to our page. Our page is here. Okay. This is our page. So agree that it is a linear equation. So it is a straight line. Now I will substitute x1, y1 here in this equation. In S1, if you substitute x1, y1, you will get S11. Because what is S1? S1 is xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c. So in this, if I substitute x1, y1, what I get? x1 I am substituting here, 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 here. So I will get x1 square plus y1 square plus 2gx1 plus 2fy1 plus c. That means it is just like substituting the point x1, y1 completely in the expression. So it is nothing but S11. So x1, y1 if I substitute in this equation, so here I will get S11. Here in place of S2, in S2 if I substitute x1, y1, I will get S12. Right side nothing to substitute, it is a constant. But S11 is 0 because see, x1, y1 is a point on the circle. If it is a point on the circle, then you know that S11 is 0. This part is 0. And already you know that S12 and S21 are equal. Sorry, S12, S12, both are same only. That means the point x1, y1 is satisfying this equation. Similarly, let us substitute x2, y2. Let us substitute x2, y2. I remove this. So already I have removed all these things. So this also I want to remove. This one also. Okay. Okay. So now I want to substitute this point x2 y2 in the equation. x2 y2, if I substitute in this equation, what I get is s21, because s1 is xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c. In this, if I substitute x2 y2, here x2 y2 x2 y2, it is just s21 only. You can say x2 x1 y2 y1 g into x plus f into y2 plus, it is nothing but s21. So s1 will become s21. So by substituting x2 y2 in this equation, I am getting s21 plus s22. In s2, if you substitute x2 y2, you will get s22. Right side, nothing to substitute, it is a constant, s12. But s22 is what? Completely substituting the point here x2 y2 in the equation of this circle. So because the point is on the circle, if you substitute it in the equation, you will get 0. So s22 will be 0. And you know that s12 and s21 are equal also. In the notation page itself, I have written that s12, s21 are equal. s12 starts with x1, x2 plus y1, y2, whereas s21 starts with x2, x1 plus y2, y1, like that. So both are same only. That means the point x2, y2 is also satisfying the equation. Therefore, the proof is complete now. We have shown that it is a first degree equation in x and y, hence it must represent a straight line. Then we have shown that this point x1, y1 is satisfying the equation, and this point x2, y2 is also satisfying the equation. Therefore, s1 plus s2 is equal to s12 must be the equation of the line joining the 2 points on the circle x1, y1 and x2, y2. That's all. That is the proof. Here there is a doubt. The doubt is expressed by my imaginary brother. Do you remember him or you forgot him? My imaginary brother is asking a doubt. Say s equal to 0. Here x1, y1, x2, y2. So I am explaining this. This is x1, y1. That is x2, y2. Okay. So I said I am explaining this point to my brother, imaginary brother. So like this one day. So this is the equation s1 plus s2 is equal to s12. Then he simply asked me, see brother, big brother, this point x1, y1 is given, x2, y2 is given. To find the equation of the straight line joining these 2 points, I will just use the 2-point formula and get it. So whether they lie on a circle or parabola or ellipse, why do I bother? I am saying that the 2 points are on the circle. So I don't bother whether they are lying on a circle or a parabola, whatever it is. You are saying that the 2 points are given, x1, y1, x2, y2 are given. Then by using 2-point formula, I will get the equation. Simply, 2-point formula, you know, in straight lines, you can use 2-point formula and get the equation of the straight line. Why I have to use this s1 plus s2 is equal to s12? That is his question. His question is answered in the next theorem. Okay. What is the next theorem? Let us see. So I am answering his question in the next theorem. See, this formula s1 plus s2 is equal to s12 is not for the sake of that formula. It is for deriving the next formula. So what is the next formula? That is a suspense. Okay. So next formula. This formula is just for deriving the next formula. After deriving the next formula, we can forget this formula. This formula is useless, you can say. So what is the next formula? Next formula is like this. This is x1, y1. that is x2, y2. Next formula is, we'll use red color, the equation of the tangent at x1 comma y1 on the circle s is equal to 0 is simply s1 is equal to 0. The equation of the tangent at the point x1 comma y1 on the circle s is equal to 0 is s1 is equal to 0. This formula holds good not only for circle, it holds good for parabola, ellipse, hyperbola also. The equation of the tangent at x1 comma y1 on the parabola s is equal to 0 is s1 is equal to 0. The equation of the tangent at the point x1 y1 on the ellipse s is equal to 0 is s1 is equal to 0. The equation of the tangent at the point x1 comma y1 on the hyperbola s is equal to 0 is s1 equal to 0. But in every chapter what is meant by s will change. Notation will be different. For each chapter s, s1, s11, the notation will completely change. But the formulas remain same. Chord joining 2 points, in every chapter it is s1 plus s2 is equal to s12 only, whether it is circle or parabola or ellipse or hyperbola. Similarly, equation of tangent is s1 equal to 0 in all the chapters. To prove this formula, we have derived the previous formula. So after proving this formula, the previous formula can be dumped. Okay. How to prove this? I want the equation of the tangent at x1, y1 on the circle s equal to 0, is it not? So here x1, y1, this is the circle s equal to 0. x1, y1 is a point here. So I have to find the equation of the tangent. So as per the definition of tangent, what we have to do is, we have to take a point x2, y2, a different point from x1, y1. Take a different point other than x1, y1, but very near to x1, y1 on the circle. Okay, join them. You will get a straight line. That is called chord. What is its equation? As we have proved earlier, it is s1 plus s2 is equal to s12. This is the chord joining the points x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now imagine that the point x2, y2 is slowly moving on the circle towards the point x1, y1. That means x2, y2 has come here. It is moving towards the point x1, y1. Then the chord has changed, is it not? One point is remaining fixed. x1, y1 is fixed. Only x2, y2 is moving towards x1, y1. So x2, y2. Right. So the chord has changed, is it not? Now the new chord. So x2, y2 has come closer still. Sorry, x2, y2. Then the chord will change. Is it not? So as x2, y2 approaches x1, y1 and finally coincides with x1, y1, the chord joining the 2 points tends to a limit, and that limiting line is called the tangent at the point x1, y1. So that means to get the tangent at x1, y1, we have to take the limit of this equation. Chord joining the points, take its limit as x2, y2 tends to x1, y1. The point x2, y2 tends to x1, y1. Then this line approaches a limiting line, limiting position. That limiting position of the line is called the tangent at the point x1, y1. It is actually called right tangent. Same way, we have to take x2, y2 on the left side and move it towards the point x1, y1, and you will get a limiting position. That limiting position is called the left tangent. If the right tangent and left tangent are equal, the same line, then that line is called the tangent at the point x1, y1. But here you need not do both ways, you can do one way only. That is enough. So x2 y2 is tending to x1 y1. Finally what happens? x2 y2 coincides with x1 y1. x2 y2 coincides with x1 y1 means the suffix 2 becomes suffix 1. So s1 plus s1, 2 becomes 1 because the point x2 y2 is closing towards x1 y1. 2 becomes x2 y2 finally becomes, what is s2? Partially substituting the point x2 y2 in s, is it not? That x2 y2 now becomes x1 y1. Now you will get s2 will become s1. Right side also s1 1 it becomes, 2 becomes 1 because x2 y2 is becoming x1 y1. That means 2s1 is equal to, but what is s11? S11 is 0 because the point x1 y1 is on the circle. So 2s1 is equal to 0. Therefore s1 is equal to 0 is the limiting equation of this chord. So therefore it must be the equation of the what? Tangent at the point x1 comma y1. So the equation of the tangent at the point x1 comma y1 is simply s1 is equal to 0. S1 is equal to 0. Let us see an example. Next page. Suppose center is 2 comma 3 minus 2 comma 3 and on the circle let me have a point 1 comma 5. So first let us find the equation of this circle having center at minus 2 3 and passing through 1 5. Okay, so we can find the radius, but I will do it in a different way. Any circle, here I am giving you an important formula. Any circle with center x1 y1 may be taken as suppose center is given, a circle with center x1, its equation may be taken as x square plus y square minus 2x1x minus 2y1y plus some k is equal to 0. So if I ask you what is the center of this circle, is it not x1 y1? X coefficient divided by 2, change the sign. Y coefficient divided by 2, change the sign. You will get x1 y1. So this is a circle with center x1 y1. Using the other information given in the problem, you can find the value of k. So that formula I want to use it. So what is the circle with center minus 2 3? X square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y plus k is equal to 0. Suppose anybody asks what is the center of this circle, what is your answer? Is it not minus 2 3? 4 divided by 2, change the sign. Minus 6 divided by 2, change the sign. Yes, minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 comma 3, correct. So how to find the value of k? It passes through the point 1 comma 5. So 1 comma 5 you substitute and find the value of k. 1 plus 25 plus 4 into 1 4 minus 30 plus k is equal to 0. So 26 30 30 0. K is 0. 26 plus 4 30. So I am getting k is equal to 0. Therefore the equation of the circle is x square plus y square plus 4x minus 6y is equal to 0. Okay. This is our S. Now my question is, on this circle S equal to 0, there is a point 1 comma 5. What is the equation of the tangent there? What is the equation of the tangent at a 1 comma 5? Equation of the tangent at 1 comma 5 is, at x1 y1 is, equation of tangent at x1 y1 is s1 equal to 0. What is S1? Xx1 plus yy1 plus g into 2g is 4, g is only 2, g into x plus x1 plus f into 2f is minus 6, so f is minus 3 only, into y plus y1 is equal to 0. But our point here x1 y1 is 1 comma 5. So x into 1 plus y into 5 plus 2 into x plus x1 is 1 minus 3 into y plus y1 is 5 is equal to 0. So then expand it, x here to x here. So 3x. 5y here minus 3y here plus 2y. Constant is what? Constant is here 2 minus 15. 2 minus 15 minus 13 is equal to 0. So this is how to apply the formula S1 is equal to 0. If a point is on the circle, 1 comma 5 is on the circle, you know the equation of the circle, S is equal to 0. This is the equation. To find the tangent, simply apply the formula S1 equal to 0. Xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c. Plus c is of course here, in this case it is 0 because k is 0 here. So this is the, is it correct or not? Let us see. So x1 y1 1 comma 5 is on the circle. See the diagram. Center is minus 2 comma 3. So you know that tangent must be perpendicular to the radius. So what is the slope of this line joining minus 2, 3 and 1 comma 5? Difference of y coordinates 5 minus 3 by difference of x coordinates 1 plus 2. Is it not? 5 minus 3 by 1 plus 2. 2 by 3. So slope of this line is 2 by 3. Therefore, the tangent slope which is perpendicular to this must be in what form? M1, M2 is equal to minus 1. So minus 3 by 2. So now can you find the equation of this line tangent? Point 1 comma 5 and slope. So y minus y1 5 is equal to slope minus 3 by 2 into x minus 1. Point slope form. Multiply by 2. 2y minus 10 is equal to minus 3x plus 3. So take all the terms to left side. 3x plus 2y minus 10 minus 3 minus 13 is equal to 0. So yes, correct. So you can find the equation of the tangent by using the formula S1 equal to 0. So S1 equal to 0 is the equation of the tangent in all the curves. Okay. Anybody is having any doubts? Okay, students. So time up. We are closing the class. Okay.